Hello, Justin Committee here. This is my video for week 3 about styling. Okay, my first component is this header right here. What I did was I used an image, background image for this. I used a background image for this. And H1, I took the text away and indented it and used a background image. H2, I text aligned it to the right, so it went over to the right. And then for the entire thing, after the header, I attached the background image to the header, which is these dogs up here, because that's what it's displaying. It's displaying part of the header. And that's how I did that. The paragraph over here is relative. H2 is relative. These two are pretty much the same thing. Text line right, padding right, font size. And I attached that to the right because it's on the right side. I got rid of the text indent, -9 out of 9. Did position absolute, padding 6. Okay. CTA. Here we go. This one was hard to hard to find this text. It wasn't hard to find it, but I liked it, so I didn't want to do the picture. I wanted to use the text itself. Let me see. Close these out. Okay. I got all these font faces so that I could use them down here with different font weights. Let's see. I text aligned everything so it's in the center. Background image is this car back here. No repeat. Got that from the website, or Josh helped me get that. I got letter spacing on the H1. I got Mr. DeVoe is that font right here, and I used an M to separate it from the rest of the H1. M, the most creative, and I used an M, and I gave it that Mr. DeVoe font family. Let's see, font size, H2 is the one underneath. Letter spacing -1 to make it a little closer to each other, because that's how it looked. H2 block, displayed at block, so it would go underneath. Margin bottom, line height, background color. Oh, I like this transition right here. It's cool. I used a ease, transition ease. Where is it? Right. Transition background color. There we go. 0.4s ease on the A. And then I put the new background color in here so that when you touch it, when you go hover over it, it'll change. Which is cool. I got a photo stream component. Pretty simple. Pretty simple, just an article with an H2 for the top, P for the bottom, and then a list of images. And for the article, I gave it a width because it was on the page is on the right side of the page on the thing, so it's not a whole page type thing. Margin 4, top, bottom, made it centered by auto. Border top, border bottom padding. Font weight 400. I got the font face at the top. Got that color going. That's about it. I displayed the list inline block because I could have some little space in between them. Margin a little bit, spread them out a little more. Gave the images a width. And a little padding, box shadow to make it stand out a little bit. You can see the borders. Alright. Let's see. This was kind of tricky. Alright, see, hover over them, and the text changes to yellow, and this changes to gray. That was difficult for me. I got a unordered list down here, or yeah, an unordered list with more elements over here you can click on. This is drop down. Then on the right, I got a sale saved, kind of a CTA type thing. And just 4. Yeah. Okay, this one, it was just a list and then another list inside of it. Let's see what I did here. I got font faces to get PT Sans again. Give it a width of 1200 pixels. Margin of 10 rims. Auto to center it. 120 rims. It's 1200. Position relative. And I did position relative so that I could do the drop down unordered list, so I can make that a absolute position. Text line center, display block, all the 8 anchor tags, white, blah 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 blah. Give it a height, give it a width, font family. Put that position relative. UL position absolute. Because the UL above it is relative, it works, so it's going to go to there. Left 0, right underneath to 0, right here. It's going to come down to right here. Then I did the inch child 21A, which is going to be this picture here. I just made it part of the list, the last list item. And I used the inch child 21, it's the 21 item in the list. I did that absolute, give it a height and a width. Left 50 rims to get it to the right. Center the text and font size. And I did a hover. Oh yeah, I did a hover on the sales so they would underline and turn yellow. Content before. Can't remember why I did that. I think that's to clear the float. Okay. Strong tag was this, and did all my stuff here. Hover strong, background gray color. No, the strong tags actually are these. I think. Hold on. I did this a while ago. I've done a lot since then. Yeah, the strong tags are these. And you get the hover element. Hover over the A, which is this whole thing. And then it targets the strong inside the A and changes that background to gray color to white. That was kind of difficult. Once I found out, it was cool. Alright. About us. Component. Here we go. This is pretty simple too. It's a list of articles. A section. And then articles. I didn't do a list. I just floated them. I think I floated them. Hold on. Article float, yeah, float them left, give them 25%. I did the box size and border box, so the padding will be included. Background colored, everything's a little lighter. Open sans font. Did a little hover for the names. It was like that on the site. And then I did all this, gave a little margin before and after the P. This margin right here makes the first one stop a little short. This is cool. Blog. This one took me a good bit. Six. Is it 6? Maybe. Yes. This is alright. Alright, here's what we did. Section with the time, disorder list inside, or descriptive list inside, and I had to put that in the div to make it go to the right. I kept trying to do it, and I finally decided to just do that. Alright, give it a width of 1200, centered it, everything. Articles width 100%, padding 3 rims and 0. I gave font family Oleo script. I put that in the HTML right here. Get a little margin, font size, time, float it left so that the descriptive list would go to the right of, no, I float it left so the picture would go to the right of it. I cleared that to get the descriptive list to go, and then I floated that too. Floated DT left to go on the right side of the DD. Floated this to go on the right side of this. Floated these to go on the left side of this. Floated this to the right. Cleared the images to clear it on the images so it would work. Div after, cleared a div after. Maybe that worked. Div PA last of type. This one right here. Targeted that one. Make it relative. Give it a background. I did that for the padding and the padding pretty much. Then I hovered over the PA last. Oh, that's this one. Sorry. I did this one. P first, P last of type. P first of type. Give it padding. Div P last of type. Give it padding. Div P first of type. Give it padding to separate these two. Div PA last of type. This one. Now I did a hover for that. Alright. This form. This was the real form was crazy. I had a ton of transitions, but I did not go deep into that. I couldn't figure all the transitions out, so I just made a layout like it's supposed to be. All we have is a form with an unordered list inside. That's all we got here. H2 up here, and then these inputs, and then the button on the bottom. Alright, component. A lot of stuff. I made it 53.8% wide. Centered the text. Made it relative. H2, this one. Color. Transformed uppercase. Font weight light. Displayed at block. Displayed the span block so it would come down underneath. That's how I split these two texts up. Right here, span, same H2, but I didn't want to use a break, so I used the span and block. Then to do all these, second child, this is the first child, so second, third, and fourth child. I had to do different images for the icons. I had no repeat, made them 44 rims. The whole thing is 44 rims wide. And then the margins, 2 rims, auto-centered. Background size, 2 rims, that is this. Background position 5.33 rims, that's putting it right here. It starts up here, put it right here. Did the same thing for each one of those. And then the button, I did a lot for. Made a width, font size, padding, transformed it to uppercase. Give it a color, give it a background, Z index of 2. So that was for the transitions I was trying to do. It didn't quite come out for me. See, I got all these transitions in here, but I couldn't get it to work. Button before I was trying to transition. What happens is this squirts out when you touch it, and this turns all green. But you know, couldn't do that. It's supposed to be when you go into it. Yeah, see how it transitions? Didn't do it that time. There, transitions. It makes it starts it little and makes it a lot bigger. I got 5%. Damn it. I'm gonna go get my charger. Sorry about that. Come here, you son of a bitch. The dog's barking. Okay. Button after this is supposed to be all the transitions, but I couldn't get it to work. So, sorry about that. But it looks like it's supposed to. Here's a footer, component. 7, this is 8. Alright, this is real simple. It's a footer with a paragraph and unordered list. Paragraph, unordered list. Maybe it should have been a nab, but I don't think so because it goes outside to social media sites. Gave it a width, background color so I can make it the whole screen, a little padding to put the text and the icons in. Give the paragraph padding a 0. Give it roto slab font. Text align left to get to the left. Display inline block. Paragraph A. Transition. That's pretty cool. This is a link, an anchor tag. This is an anchor tag to get the privacy policy. We'll transition to make it green. Put a little fail flare in it. LIA, this is all my icons. I did -999 to get rid of them. Get a little padding, transition, ease. And that is this. Spins it. Which is cool. It had a color in it too, but I didn't know how to do that. I targeted each one through their href Facebook and put the image in, no repeat, and give it a size. And then transform, rotate Y 360 degrees, and I need this to make that happen. Alright. Contact form. Alright, this is a form with an aside on the right, which is the map image. Then LI, you unordered list of a list item, a contact us from H3, then list items of inputs and text area, and a button at the bottom. Alright. Did all this to make the font the right size. PT Sans font here, section made at 90%. So it doesn't cover the whole page like it was on the site. Give it a little padding to bring the things in a little bit. Color H3 of these. Display to block. Put all these little margins in it. Transform to uppercase. Font weight. Blah blah blah. Form. Float it left so that the side would go to the right of it. Float it to right. Position relative. Give it a width of 67 rems. 670 pixels. Give the image a width of 37 rems. 370 pixels. And then for the inputs, I did a lot of stuff. I made a border box. Gave it a little font. Line height. Padding. No outline, width 100%. 100% because it's just going to 100% of this whole, what was that? 67 rems. Word spacing normal, text indent 0, inline block. Alright, text area is pretty much the same except they made it a little bigger, width 100%, color's the same, button. Display to block. Background area, text line center, uppercase, font size, draw, pretty self-explanatory. Button hover, get a little ease effect, which is cool. Alright. Number 10. This one was pretty easy. Alright, now we just got a section with an H2P and then another list of these people. And their list items. I don't think there's individual articles because there's no information about them. Component. Alright, font face again to get the fonts up here, section all the way across, get the orange all the way across, give it padding to bring it down and up. H2, font size, color, display block. P, display block, width 67, make it certain width, certain font size, margin. The LIs I displayed inline blocks, I got spaces in between them. Width to 20% to keep them in from the outside because it's text align center, they're going to just go in from out. I did notice though that the more you go in, they start to come over each other, so I'll have to fix that on media query breakpoints. I don't know if we're supposed to do breakpoints with this one, but I spent 14 hours on this and got a good bit done, I think. Border radius 50%, cursor pointer, it was supposed to be a link. Alright, that's about it. Thank you for listening to me. I learned a lot doing this, and I'm happy about it.